Screen. Okay, thanks. Okay, so here
You are not.
yeah, so before that, introduce myself, Dhanush. So I have more than 2 decade, almost 18 plus years experience in SAP, and with
Yeah.
various modules, and handle multiple projects, multiple industries, multiple CMM, worked in various MNC company, worked with various countries also. Okay, so why this implementation project? So because most of them already completed SAP training from regional, I mean, in the local training institutes, and most of them already completed your training from SAP Global Certification also. Maybe most of them they paid 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs to get certifications. Okay, so but why we need SAP S4 HANA implementation project training? So is that required? So anybody can answer why implementation project training is required for us. So without implementation project, so can I get into SAP world, or SAP implementation project training is must to get into SAP?
Because sir, SAP implementation is the full hands experience for the consultant as a working.
Okay, so full experience. Okay, that is required. Okay, anybody? Why SAP implementation project is required? Anyone can? So because you already completed the training, right?
Yes. As
Without
per my
implementation,
knowledge,
further we can't go further. Even support project is also not.
Okay, so without this implementation project, nowadays is very difficult to get into SAP.
Yeah,
Okay,
nowadays majorly changing for S4 and everything. So
okay. Nowadays,
huge demand on implementations,
okay. So nowadays, there is no
migration.
ECC. Directly, everyone is S4 experience they are asking.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
so
Yeah.
if you are looking for as an SAP consultant, so
Mm-hmm.
we need to understand implementation project and handle to it. So that's why very important to learn implementation project.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know the each and every field, it is a fully fledged implementation, right? We can see the everything, all the controls, everything we can see.
Yes. Okay. Anybody else? You have some challenges. I have attended interview. They are asking for this. So anybody have any kind of I mean, kind of experience from interview perspective? Anybody here?
For utilization of resources,
No, I'm
proper
asking.
utilization.
Anybody have attended the interview and what they are asked? Maybe anyone can
Yes,
share.
sir. Yes, sir.
They were,
I
they were asking which implementation. And in ECC, we were using that as no SAP methodology, right? So, but in S4, they were particularly asking that activative methodology, but what are all the phases will be there? So, like, discover, prepare, explore, and deploy and run phases phase. And the rebate process we were using in ECC, but they were asking, like, settlement management. So, how do that, all the configuration and
Mm-hmm.
everything they were asking.
Okay. So now, okay, so they are asking for the implementation project mostly. See now, especially for the recruitment. So even TCS, Wipro, Infosys, any CMM level companies. So there, the priority is at least you should have worked in at least one end-to-end implementation projects. So that is must.
yes, sir.
So even though we are putting some 3 years, 4 years experience with, for clear our technical round interview, but the challenges is the real, implementation project. What the consultant, they are going to deliver. So that should be that expectations, right? And during the interview point of view, they are going to expect. So we will discuss what are the phases and what are the deliverables in the implementation projects.
Sir,
Yeah,
my one question, sir.
yeah.
Sir, when we put the 4 year of experience after the training, then they not verify the company where we
We will
work
discuss. Yeah, we
and
will
we will.
discuss. Yeah, all your open questions maybe after the demo sessions. I will first jump into that. Why this implementation project? and what all the deliverables we are going to be delivering this implementation process. Okay, so maybe just next
Okay.
30 minutes you can mute, guys can
Okay.
mute. So I will
Okay, sir.
start the implementation projects and what are the roles and responsibility of consultant. You might be any module, you are into procurement or sales or plant maintenance or finance and controlling or plant maintenance or production planning or quality management or extended warehouse management, right? Project system, any module. So how we are going to implement SAP S4 HANA. Okay, so when we are going to implement, so all the department, all the module in one shot we are going to implement it. Okay, so that is what in earlier ECC they have a ASAP methodology, but whereas in S4 HANA we have activate methodologies. Okay, doesn't matter what module you are, but this implementation project deliverable phase by phase deliverable is applicable for all the modules. Okay, so let me move into the implementation project deliverables. So first thing you need to understand, there are two things. Okay, so one is, there are two different type of project. One is like let's say for construction company, that is also they are implementing projects, and whereas IT companies also they are going to deliver. This is a purely services, where the construction company there is a manpower, plus there is a equipment, plus there is a labors and even material, everything is involving, correct? But what is the difference? So both are projects as per that revenue for the company, correct? But even the construction company, they have their own methodology, so they have the phases, and they have their own have we call it as the WBS, work breakdown structure, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, like that. The same way SAP also we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. But whereas construction company, the way of deliverable is, there are, as we discussed, there are manpower, services, even the equipment or transport vehicles. There are there are so many type of materials, or some kind of production subcontracting. There are so many process involving. But here it's a purely consultant services. Okay, suppose TCS is implementing SAP to in HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited. So in this case, let's say they need 100 resources required from SAP point of view. So maybe the global implementations they are executing. So in this case, definitely they need minimum 100 plus resources is required. So what TCS will do? So TCS will put it, the major role, the mostly the key deliverable point of view, they will keep it for the their own resources. But whereas there is a testing is required, whereas they have to do kind of training is required, so then they will bring it short period, 3 months or 6 months point of view. Now our maybe the consulting services, right? The consultancy, they will provide the resources to them. Okay, I have a resources, you can utilize, then you pay me for this much. So like that, they are going to get the resources. So but whatever it may be, either TCS resources or either it is like a the consultancy resources, but end of the day TCS is going to execute, because all the 100 resources they are not going to keep it in, start the project in the same day. So maybe we have the project duration is 1 year, maybe first 3 months how many resources they are going to be used in technical basis, BW or solution manager or basis, ABAP or MMSD, FIP, PPM, QM, retail, right? So all the car, like all the module they will identify, correct? So then they will say that the resource utilization, okay, first 3 months I have, I need 30 resources. So after 3 to 6 months I need 30 plus 20, 50 resources I need. After 6 to 9 months I need 50 plus 25, 75 resources I need. So like that, the phase by phase, they are going to deliver based on the deliverable, so they are expecting the resources also. Okay, this is for the resource management point of view. So another way, you know now the project is going to be start, a kickoff meeting is started. So kickoff meeting is nothing but the project is started, the day one. Yes, yeah, the project is started. Let's say today is July, so we have started the implementation project. So from the day onwards, so they are going to, they have the deliverables. Okay, so for the first the phase by phase deliverable, they will have a agreement with customer. So this project is for 1 year project. So now the phase 1, there is a discover phase, so then there is a preparation phase, then after preparation then we have a explore phase, and then realization phase, deployment phase, or run phase. So we have 5 plus 1 6 phases, right? The discover phase mostly it's like a kind of process executions and any kind of any process or any which need to demonstrate to the customer that will be, but rest of the things it will be deliverables, especially for the preparation phase. So preparation phase we need to understand the client business requirements. So what all the business process currently they have, so how we can able to identify. So after that, how we can able to prepare the workshop fit to standard workshop to understand the SAP best practices to customer. So once the preparation phase is completed, then we have a explore phase. So where we are going to start preparing the business blueprint. So where we are going to preparing all the KDS and everything. So once the BBPs get signed up, then we will move into the realization phase. So realization phase where we are going to do all the configurations, right? So we have the system landscape, we have a development server, we have a quality server, we have a production server, but initially they will not create all. So development server will be there. In the development server, there are multiple clients. So there are golden development client for development server. So then there is a golden development for functional, golden development for technical, then testing client. Like that, there are three different clients will be there in the development server. Okay. So then as a consultant, we need to start working. Even you're a functional or a technical, you need to work on your own rise up objects. So technically they will work on the rise up object like forms, reports, interfaces, enhancements, workflow, conversions. They will be working on that, and that is nothing but the workbench request. So whereas the consultant, they will work on the configurations. So these configurations, these configurations will be done by the all functional module consultant. Start with your org structure, master data, and then business process configurations. Then execution of all the business process in the development system. So these activities, we will, okay, it will generate as a customized request. Okay, workbench request and customized request both are two different type of request. So we used to transfer from one server to another server. So this activity will be happening. So after the realization phase, then we have the testing, right? You have unit testing, we have integration testing, we have a user acceptance testing. So once everything is done, then we'll go for deployment. Okay, deployment is nothing but purely cutover activities. So what is cutover activities here? Is nothing but uploading the master data. So what all the master data we have, right? So what all the master data we used to upload, and what all the open item we used to upload in each and every module. So then there is a two different type of cutover activities. One is mock rehearsal cutover activities and production cutover activities. There are two different stages actually. Mock rehearsal cutover activities will happen in the pre-production server, and production cutover activities will happen in the production server. Okay, so we will explain about the details. Then run phases. So now all the data will move to, once the data is uploaded, configurations move, data is uploaded. So then the approval, everything is there in the system. Then we used to execute. Then we'll go for go live and execute, running the business process in the production server. Okay, so that is what, in the run phases. But now I'm going to execute, so before we start the project, so what are the deliverables we are going to do? This is nothing but there are the pre-project deliverables. Okay, suppose you want to start our project here. So this is for, point of view, the trainees point of view. Once you join this project, so what all the activities they are going to do, that activity they have mentioned here. The first they will, if you are a, P2P or O2C or SCM or S2P or any module, so first they will give you the list of process. You need to do the configurations, or maybe not required any configuration, just you can execute the business process, then you have to demonstrate. That's a 1 week activity. Okay, so they called as a pre-project deliverables. So after that, before that they will provide the SAP server access to you, and how to prepare the document, how to execute the document. So there is an internal consultant, they will help you for beginning. Okay, so then we have to execute the cross module integration business process with accounting document. So like MM and FI, what all the business process are integrated, MM and SD, what all the business process are integrated, FI and SD, what all the business process are integrated, PS and FI, what all the business process are integrated, PM and MM and FI, what all the business process are integrated, and PM and PP and SD and MM FI, what all the business process are integrated, right? So these cross module integrations also, you will be the first 1 week, you will get these kind of exposure. Most of them, they are new to SAP, they don't have much experience. So in this case here, like all the module people will be there, like MM, SD, FI, PP, PM, QM, PS. CS and EWM all modules. So you are going to get involved with all the module people, not only in your module, right? For the cross module integration testing and everything. So we have already discussed the activate methodology phase, discover phase, preparation phase, explore phase, realize phase, and deployment and run phases. Okay, so now we are into the discover phase. Okay, so discover phase, the customer realize there is a need for a solution to satisfy the business pain point and start looking out for the right SAP solution to map their requirement. So here what will happen? So let's say there is a solution architect in PS, there is a solution architect in MM, solution architect in all the module, if they need any kind of demo, yes, there is I need to know, check the capacity planning, how SAP works. I want to check, I want to check like, financially I want to see, the accounting impacts, how the, the P2P, how it is integrated, how the O2C cycle is integrated. So like that, if the customer is demanded, then we need to simulate, right? There is a IDA systems. So in the client side, we need to, or maybe from the implementing, TCS is implementing, then they have their own system. We have to showcase to the customer to get the confident, yes, this process are mapped, this process are already available in SAP, because already they are using different ERP. They are using Oracle, Fusion, JD Edwards, like that. There are so many ERP, Microsoft Dynamics, so like that. But now we are giving SAP to them to replace. Now what happened? As per my experience, more than 18 years experience, I can tell you. So there are company people have, industries, they have more than, thousand plus outlet they have. So so they have a multiple system, they have multiple brands. So they have US, UK, India, China, even for Middle East, everywhere they have a office. So I mean, in the outlet, but they have every brand, they have their own software, billing software, they own their own warehouse management software. So like that, they have a 20 to 30 different system they are using. So whereas in SAP is coming into the picture, it is going to replace for everything. So backend should be only one server, that is SAP. Okay, maybe front end in SAP suggested to go for Coupa, and there are so many, the billing software or everything is there. But even the third party 3PL logistics also SAP suggested to go for. Suppose if you have your own warehouse, you can go for extended warehouse management. So like that, SAP have the very completely replacing with, especially for Oracle, he is completely removing from all the organization nowadays, because SAP is, doing, replacing Oracle. Not only Oracle, most of the, ERP, SAP is replacing across the global. So people who wants to become into SAP consultant, it's a right choice. Maybe till retirement you can continue in the same domain, you don't want to change your, field. But the currently the market, especially SAP, is completely ruling everywhere. And even Oracle system, especially for Middle East and even for Europe countries. So Oracle system nowhere in there. Nobody's using SAP Oracle. Using Oracle. So completely they are changing into SAP. So why I'm telling you, Oracle, because they couldn't able to fulfill all the, the one ERP concept. So which means the one backend server where it will support all the, as I told you, there are 25 to 30 systems, to be connected with SAP. Example, there is outlet, they are using billing software, they are going to raise the invoice and everything. So that systems, going to be connected with SAP. SAP is creating the purchase order, SAP is creating the sales order, SAP is creating all the kind of, production order and everything. So this data through interfaces through IDOC, so this data is, switch, jumping, moving into the billing. As I told you, there is a front end, the billing software, or maybe Kofax, or Coupa system. They have 3PL logistics also. So this Oracle system couldn't able to fulfill that. So but SAP have very strong PIPO, there is a interfaces. Any kind of system SAP have the privilege to connect with, SAP, and it's a very fully secured system and everything. Okay. So here, yes. So whatever the challenging points, so we need to demonstrate to the customer during the, the discover phase, and to satisfy with them, yes, this functionality is available, and we have to make sure to move to the next phases. So next we are going to discuss about the preparation phase. Okay, so preparation phase, first we are going to discuss about the organization structure finalizations. So suppose, as I told you, there are they have 1,000 outlet. Maybe they have this 1,000 outlet. Maybe they have segregated. Is a, they have apparels. They have hotels, or they have a supermarkets, or they have hotels. I mean, there are different kind of entities will be involving. So we need to classify. Maybe they have a trading, they have a catering, they have a manufacturing, or they have construction, or they have a crusher manufacturing or asphalt manufacturing. So there are so many, right? So definitely, the big organizations, especially they have, their entities will be very huge, and they'll be, as a we need to decide. So how many entities we have? So are we going to implement one shot with all the outlet, or maybe we have any kind of rollout option? So everything has to be discussed. So then we have to start the kickoff, presentations. Then we have to discuss about the scope document. Okay, so what is scope document here? So scope document is nothing but client business process. Currently they are using Oracle. Okay, tell me what are the business process you have. Could you provide your assist document, so that our consultant will understand the client business requirements, so then they can able to, preparing the they can start preparing the fit to standard workshop, so that customer also will understand, okay, these are all the process you are mapping into SAP in this way. Okay, appreciate. So then, we will not miss out any process here. So now, based on the scope document, we are going to preparing the BPML. So BPML stands for Business Process Master List. Okay, what is Business Process Map List or Master List? Is nothing but the list of business process which we are going to be implemented. Okay, so what is the list of business process? I will show you, after this demonstration, all the document. So list of business process document, let's say you are into P2P consultant, then you have to identify what all the business process. For example, there is a stock material procurement, or then they are going to procure the material from foreign countries. There is an import purchase. They are going to transfer from one outlet to another outlet, we call it as a stock transfer. Again, they are going to transfer from one outlet to another outlet within the company, or company to company. It's a intercompany, intra company. So then there is a service procurement, cost center procurement, project procurement, production procurement, right? So there are framework procurement or consultancy, any kind of milestone. So all, even purchase contract, everything we have to address in the BPML process. Same way like SD module, FI module, we need to address the BPML business process. I will show you how the BPML template looks like, and how as a consultant we need to prepare it. So after that, we need to identify what are the RISE objects. Okay, so this is more important actually, because the most of the project it will be delayed because of the RISE object, couldn't able to deliver on time. Why? Because customer is telling, okay, so when you are going to, for example, there is a interfaces between SAP to, there are COPA system. So, so this COPA system, yeah, they have that. Let's say there is outlet, there is a billing software. So through barcode, scanning and everything's happening in that COPA system. And this COPA system is, when vendor is sending the invoice, system is automatically scanning what is the purchase order, what is the GRN number, it will book the invoice. So after that, what will happen? Automatically that invoice coming to SAP. Okay, these are all the automation again. So again, it is coming to SAP. So SAP side, system will check. Okay, suppose already SAP in the process start from SAP. They are created the purchase order. This purchase order, then before there is a vendor master, and then there is a product master. So these data pushing from SAP to COPA system. COPA is nothing but one of the third party system where the billing software and everything they are going to be executed. Okay, so now SAP is pushing all the master data from SAP to COPA. Same way there is a purchase order also creation, right? This is also this pushing to SAP. Whenever there is a newly created, or whether any changes is required, this interfaces will trigger, the batch job will be scheduled. Based on that, it will interface to COPA system. Otherwise they will say that this vendor is not integrated, or this purchase order is not come. Then there is a IDOC, we have to re-push it. Then again it will, there is a condition record has to be maintained. The ALE IDOC will be pushing from SAP to COPA system. Okay, so now they received the purchase order. Now what happened? So now they have delivered. Now what happened? There is a GR, goods is delivered. So what happened again? There is SAP, they are going to create the GRN, and this GRN data is pushing to again COPA system. Okay, that is also will be recorded. So after that, maybe as per the delivery times. Okay, after delivery, maybe let's say there is they will raise the invoice. So based on the invoice, we need to do the payment. So as per the terms and conditions, the payment terms, 30 days or 45 days or 60 days payment terms will be maintained for each and every vendor, so that has to be paid. So now the vendor will send the invoice to the COPA system will automatically read it. Okay, what is the PO number and what is the invoice? Then they will start booking the invoice. Okay, while booking the invoice, system will check everything. Okay, which purchase order they have created in on the fly. System will check from SAP what is the purchase order and what is the GRN they have posted. Okay, these are all again there is a interfaces. So because Kofax is not SAP, COPA is not SAP. So in this case, they will going to on the fly. Yeah, in the on the fly, they are going to be going to check what is the purchase order is created, what is the GRN, maybe order quantity maybe 1,000, they might be delivered 100, and they should not raise the invoice for 1,000. So in this case, this validation will happen in our COPA system, correct? So now once everything is checked, data is correct, then it will come to SAP. So SAP, there is a inbound interfaces. So system will read all the data, and then the system will try to post the invoice, and we check the tax code, withholding tax, and everything system will check, and it will post the invoice. Okay, so this is one kind of interfaces. So here, suppose here this requirement, for example, they are telling that before go live, so in Oracle system they have received the GRN, and that will be taking care as a separate invoice. But after that go live SAP system, they will receive the invoice, I mean GRN, so that will be posted as a separate invoice. Now vendor is telling that okay, vendor he don't know. So whether your SAP to Oracle you are migrating, they don't know. So they will say that okay, there is only one PO, so I have given, let's say for hotel booking. So let's say for last three for five vendor, employees are stayed, they will give 5 GRN will be posted against that five. One single invoice he will be booked and he will send to HUL, Hindustan Unilever Limited. So then HUL what will do? uh, they cannot able to post the invoice because as per their system till June it was Oracle, after June it was SAP. So both are two different system, but their vendor is given a single invoice, so it is again very challenging for them to post it. So these kind of contradictions will arise when the real data, the user is punching the data. So because these are all the gaps we identified, there is enhancement interfaces from COPA to SAP, SAP to, that is everything identified, but still the reality, they have a 4 5 GRN single invoice, but partial GRN posted in Oracle from, again Oracle is linking to COPA, and partial GRN posted from SAP to COPA, and so now raising single invoice, the design was missing, or maybe they will tell that auditing issue. Whatever the invoice they have post GRN is posted in Oracle, that should be a separate invoice, and whatever the GRN posted in SAP, that should be a separate invoice. But the reality, it will not be like that. Vendor he don't know, this kind of migration. He will give 5 GRN one invoice, and the accounts payable team, they will try to create the invoice in the front end system. Then these kind of chances are there. So these are all the biggest challenges for the consultant. We don't know the assumption based, 90% we have, but 10% there is a gap. Still we couldn't able to understand the requirement, and the vendor is sending like this kind of requirement client only should tell. So these are all the things will happen because the as per the cutover activity. Okay, so we will give all the data, but vendor definitely we will give a single invoice. So this point client is not discussed, or even consultant they are not discussed. So then it will be very difficult to proceed this. They will say that I have a 500 plus invoice like this, how I can split it now? So these are all, I'm just telling one of the example. So like that we have more than 150 kind of interfaces, so we are going to discuss in the project. So then only, because why I'm telling these kind of challenges, SAP you can do the org structure, master data, everything you can do, but now the competition is completely different. They are expecting, do you know how many interfaces you have worked? Do you know how the IDOC is works? Have you worked on the functional specification? Tell me what are the forms you have designed. Have you worked on any customized reports? Have you worked on any kind of enhancements or any workflow? Tell me what are the master data you have uploaded. So these are all the so many questions they will ask you. Until and otherwise you cannot able to, if you are not working any implementation project, you are not design any functional specification about these interfaces, how it works, and how to design the forms, reports. So you cannot able to answer any single question. So which means the now Knowingly or unknowingly you want to jump into the consultant position. So they are ready to offer. Okay, suppose you are asking for 12 lakhs package, they are ready to offer, but are we capable to deliver it? So that is what the challenge is here, right? So that is what I am just telling you. If you have this kind of exposure in the implementation project, so then only we can able to think about, the 12 lakhs package or even the MNC level company as a consultant position. Consultant is nothing but solution provider. So we don't have any kind of experience till now. I just learn SAP MM from so and so person, I just learn from SAP SD from so and so institute. So that will not help us. So because now we are not trying for an end user job, we are trying as a consultant. Consultant is nothing but doctor also one of the consultant. So how we will accept he is a doctor? So without any experience, will you consider that he is a doctor? No, he is also 3 to 4 years experience. He should have the practices. Then only we will consider, right? Otherwise, he is a trainee. The same thing SAP also. Nobody will agree until you are working as a consultant. And if you say that no, I'm a consultant. Okay, tell me how many years experience you have worked. Tell me. Easily they will, within 2 questions they will easily judge you. Okay, so how they will judge you? This is what I have explained just now. Okay. So these kind of interfaces I told you, there are so many interfaces. For example, you done the payment in SAP. So this payment will be integrated to, let's say, one of the C2Pay. For example, there are ABP. There are one of the integration system which is connected. Suppose I have 5,000 vendors are there. I have a 7,000 customer are there. So all the vendor customer banks are integrated with, let's say, for ABP system. So this ABP system, how it is going to work? In SAP, we are going to, already in SAP, they have raised the purchase order, they done the GRN, invoice is booked. So the invoice also through interfaces is coming to SAP. Okay, that is posted successfully. After that, again, SAP, they are going to do the payment. So this payment system will check, okay, today, let's say there are 500 payments is done. So these 500 payments with all the data, who is the vendor, who is the account holder, again they will tell you. So no, because account holder there are only 60 characters, because my vendor have, there are 150 characters are there, maybe let's say I have 100 to 150 characters are there. So this data I need to push to your APP system, so that the vendor will be cleared. So these are all, again there is another interfaces. So there are so many challenges here. So once we done all the payment, then this payment file interfaces will connect it to APP system, and this APP system directly connecting to the bank. But SAP also we can connect, but they have last 15 years, 20 years, they have fully integrated. So they cannot do migrate into SAP. This will take another year. So this, in this case, SAP to APP system, we are going to integrate. So per day, let's say today 1,000 invoice we booked, payment we have done. This 1,000 payment has to be connected to your APP, and this APP, again there is a approval process. Okay, so this vendor already in SAP they have paid, let's say for 1 million they have paid, 1 million USD they have paid. Okay, it will go for the notification. The workflow approval will go to the respective manager, CFO, CEO. So they will have to take action. Yes, no. So if no, then they have to again there is no any kind of reverse versa. So again manually they have to cancel it in SAP. So these are all, again, so many challenges I'm telling as an interface point of view, because they will expect, have you worked this kind of scenario? If you tell yes, I have worked these kind of interfaces, and they will select without asking any questions. Okay, come and work on that, my project. So especially I'm talking about the MNC company, because this is what they are expecting from us. Sir, I know SAP how to create the invoice. Sir, I know how to configure my org structure. So that is not the interview questions. That is not the way they are going to select you. So now, have you worked? How many interfaces you have worked? Do you know how to connect SAP to what are the different system? Have you connected? Have you connected with your 3PL system, especially MM and WM point of view? How you have connected with the third-party logistics systems? How these purchase order are interfaced to connected with SAP? So the questions will be going with the connecting from SAP to other system, completely interfaces, completely the IDOC. Okay, so still we are struggling with configuration of our own module, but the reality is completely different. So this kind of exposure is more important. So how to you should know all the tables, especially in your module when you are going to creation of your GL master. What are the tables the GL masters are updating? And while you are creating the vendor master, what are the, in a vendor master there are 10 tables are there, Until and otherwise, if you don't know all the 10 tables, how you will write the functional specification? Step number 1, go and check this table number 1, BUT 100, then you go to BUT 100, then you go to LFA1, LFB1, LFC1. So like that, there are 10 plus tables are one master data. So check out your FICO module, like we have a vendor master, we have a customer master, we have asset master, we have a bank master. So we should know all the table, how the tables are designed. See, we know front end. I know I can how to post the invoice and everything, that's fine. But how this invoice is back end is posted in the table. So how these tables are linking, right? So start from your purchase order to payment, how these tables are linking. So once you posted, somewhere it is saving all the data. That is what we call as a database. So database is nothing but group of tables, group of structures, group of domains. Everything is called as a database. But how this, as a consultant, you should know this, because you cannot escape. I am not a technical consultant, but still you are a functional consultant. You should know all the table, how the tables are designed, and how the purchase orders are linking to GRN table, what are the GRN tables we have, and how the GRN tables are linking to your invoice table, how the invoice tables are linking to your payment related information table, how the payment is linking finally to your clear recovery and clearing everything. So you have to link it. So then only you can write the functional specification. So then only you can able to write down the check printing functional specification, or payment advice functional specification, or any kind of invoice printout, or any kind of enhancement and everything. You can, even the interfaces, everything you can able to write down the functional specification. So whatever the RISE object which we are going to be discuss in the project, it's more important. So we are it says that if my module, my configuration, that is what I want to learn. I'm telling that is only 10%. So remaining 90% with the cross module business process execution, with all the gaps, either forms or reports or interfaces or enhancements or workflow or migration, uploading the master data, we call it as a cutover activities, uploading your master data, uploading your open items and everything. Okay, anyway, that we will move into, I will jump into the explore phase. So in the explore phase, we are going to, as a consultant, you are going to deliver the business blueprint. Okay, so what is business blueprint? So before business blueprint, first you have to make sure that there is a fit to standard workshop. Okay, what is fit to standard workshop? So we discussed, based on the scope document, we identified there are 35 business process in FICO module. So there are 40 business process in MO module. There are 25 business process in PP module. So there are 30 process in SD module, EW module, PS module. So we have identified. Okay, so what next? So you need to make them to understand the customer in the fit to standard workshop. So we have SAP best practices. We will share you all the best practices related document, how to prepare the process flow diagram, how to design the process. Each and suppose 30 process, you have to prepare 30 PowerPoint presentation. So that is called as a fit to standard workshop. So how the business process starts. So purchaser is creating the purchase order. So next there is a purchase manager is approving the purchase order. Next warehouse clerk is receiving the GRN. So next warehouse manager is going to monitor the inventory stock. So next, these are all the role I'm talking about. So that kind of design has to be, the process flow has to be designed. As a consultant, we have to design. Then you have to give a process demonstration to customer. So customer will agree, okay, this is for intercompany purchase. Oh, great. Okay, so whenever that DC and let's say for the retail or the DC, okay, the retail plan, I mean the receiving plan, they are going to create the purchase order. The outbound delivery is created by the DC. So then there is supposed to, so we know the process, but how you can put it in the process flow diagram? Who is going to requesting, who is supplying, how the warehouse clerk, what all the activity, how the invoice booking is happening after the payment, how they are going to clear the payment, everything you have to put it in a process flow diagram. So that is called as a fit to standard workshop. Okay, we will have a sample design of the best practices, and we have the process flow diagram for all the business process. So that we need to first, you have to get the exposure. So we are thinking about the configuration. I'm telling you about configuration is 10%. Again, I'm telling you. So there is a fit to standard workshop, all the 30-40 business process, that is called as a BPML process. So we need to identify each and every business process. We have to demonstrate the fit to standard workshop based on the SAP S4HANA best practices document. Okay, everything we will share with you. So next there is a BBP. So once the fit to standard is completed, client also satisfied, then we will jump into the business blueprint. So business blueprint you have to design. So what is the every process we have to design? What is the as is process? What is the to be process? What is the to be business process flow steps? Right? So we have a 35 process. 35 process should be there in your blueprint, and you have to tell if there is any gaps. Okay, tell me how this gap you are going to fulfill, and what are the integration points, and what are the reporting and requirements, how these gaps you are going to be fulfilled. So all the points, each and 35 business process steps should be very clear, and then only they will agree your blueprint also how to design. So we will assist you, and you are going to demonstrate the blueprint, then you are getting the sign off. So these kind of exposure, the how the real time customer, the IBM consultant, they are delivering the client in the 3 years 4 years experience in the client location, the same exposure, the same kind of deliverable you are going to do it here. Okay, nothing is documented, nothing is documentations. So everything is a practice, practice, practice. You are going to preparing, you are going to delivering, we are going to supporting you. Okay, so because these are all implementation project deliverables based on the phase by phase deliverables we are discussing. So next there is a gaps document. Yes, we identified, already we discussed what are the interfaces, what are the enhancement, what are the forms, what are the customer reports and everything, and what are the cutover activity like master data, GL master, vendor master, customer master, bank master, and bank balance, asset balance, vendor opening balance, GL opening. So all data migration also we need to be addressed, right? Because why we need to upload this cutover activity? So because we need to migrate from Oracle to SAP. Oracle, there are 15 years they are using. So they have a 50,000 plus material they have. They have a 10,000 plus customer they have. They have 7,000 plus vendor they have. So they have bill of material. They have a work center routing. Everything is there in system. How you can migrate? These are all not a configuration. These are all the master data. These are all the open item. So this data we need to prepare as a migration cockpit. In SAP, there is a tool called as a migration cockpit. Okay. So earlier it was like a BDC, there is a BAPI, there is a IDOC. So there are so many technical ways. So technical module consultant will design. ABAPer will design everything. Functional consultant job role is very limited. So but now only LS&W functional module people will take care. But now SAP, they have beautifully they have designed as a migration cockpit. So just click and click and click how to create the project, how to assign the migration object, how to download the template, then fill the data, upload, validate, then finish. So this is called as a migration cockpit. SAP, they have beautifully they have designed. So this kind of experience also more important, especially if you want to become a consultant. They will ask you, tell me the cutover activities and what all the master data you have uploaded and what all the open items you have uploaded. Tell me what is the volume of records you have uploaded. Tell me how many days, how many hours you have involved in the cutover activity. So the questions will go like that. So until and otherwise, if you are not working in the implementation project, until and otherwise, if you are not working in the cutover activity, until and otherwise, if you are not creating the project, downloading the template, uploading all the master data, open item in SAP using migration cockpit, could you tell me? So we can be able to clear it. So because the industry currently they are expecting consultant position, there are huge requirements, because SAP is not only for India. We are talking about India. So all the Indians, they are dominating the world. Even management position also, US and Indian, there is a power politics, which means in front of Indian, US people also they couldn't able to, they cannot able to manage, which means I'm just telling one word. So I need 500 resources to achieve it. So at the same position, Indian management team, they are going to achieve with 350 resources. So as an investor, the owner of the company, to whom he will give the the position of the CEO, CFO positions. So that is what say, which means you know so this they will expect, the expectation is very huge. Expectation is very huge. They are ready to offer you anything. If you want 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, ready to pay. But I don't want to get any escalation from customer. So whether are you capable for that, I will give the money, doesn't matter. Could you able to deliver it? Right? So this is what that's what I'm telling. The opening is not in India. Opening is across the global. The whole Middle East Indians are there. The whole Europeans Indians are there. The whole even for westerns like Australia, even Canada, and even for USA also. Especially from people from Andhra Pradesh, and majority of people from our Indians, which means huge technical resources, technical jobs will be handled by Indians only, which means they are, whatever the challenges, even Saturday, Sunday, we are ready to work, but they cannot. Okay, but anyway, so don't worry about that. So we have plenty of opportunities. Are we ready to work? Do we have the courage? Do we have the technical skill? So that is what the expectation is here. Okay, so let me jump into the realization phase. So now the realization phase, we are going to start working the configurations. Okay, as I told you, there are development, quality, production. So development, there are three different clients. So first client is the golden development server. Second client, there is a golden development functional, golden development technical, then testing development. Okay, what is why these three client is required? So technical module consultant based on the design. Okay, suppose in MO module there are 15 RISE objects, forms, reports, interfaces, enhancement, like that. So SD module also there are 15 plus, PP module also there are 10 plus, FICO module there are 15 plus. So now, so all these RISE object has to be started simultaneously. Functional people, they have to do configuration, all the 35 business process, then you have to do the testing. So then there is a integration testing has to be done with the cross module consultant. So then we are going to do the user acceptance testing. The same way, technical module also, they have to start writing the coding. First, functional consultant, we need to understand how the database design of SAP. So material creation, how this material is linking to purchase order, how this purchase order linking to GRN table, how the GRN is linking to invoice table, how the invoice is linking to payment table. Same way, how the sales order is linking to delivery table, how the delivery is linking to invoice. So same way, like how production order is linking to reservation, MRP reservation is linking to production order, then production order linking to goods issue, goods receipt. Finally, how that particular production material, who is deliver, which customer they have delivered, there is a sales order, again delivery. So this backend design also more important to write the functional specification. Okay, so first we have to understand what is forms, how to design the form, how to write the functional specification. So then what are the reports? Same thing, customized report. Report means SAP, they have 1000 plus reports are there. But why we are going to design the customized reports? So how we can able to write the logic? So customized report means there is a big challenges. Okay, the standard is not meet their requirement. So then we have to write the functional specification and everything, right? So now the realization phase, as a technical team, they are going to start developing the, after completion of the FS, then they are going to start writing the coding for forms. They are going to design the form, then they are writing the coding, same thing, and interfaces, enhancement, everything. So once they have done it, then it will come to, they will do the, basic level testing. Just they will namesake, they will do the testing. I have done it. Then it will come to functional module U. You have to check the unit testing and everything. If it is working fine, so then you have to move to quality system. From quality system, then we have to tell the client, suppose if it is live or before live, we have to test it again in the quality system. If everything is done, then we will move to production, otherwise we will stop it. Okay, there is a bug, there is a test case is failed, so you have to include this kind of test also. Then again they will go from step number 1 to 3, right? Okay, so now in the realization phase, we discuss about the unit testing. There are three different testing is more important. One is unit testing, second one is the integration testing, third one is the user acceptance testing. So everything is the deliverable document. First, test scripts has to prepare for unit testing. So unit test scripts has to be, we will give you the sample template how to prepare the unit testing. So let's say there are 35 business process. So all the 35 business process you have to execute in your development system. The same thing here also. If you join the if you are working in our project, you also will be working for all the 35 business process. You have to configure, then you have to update all the document number. Okay, let's say for stock procurement, what is the purchase requisition? Just mute it, just for 10 minutes. So after purchase requisition, then RFQ process, after RFQ quotation creation, after quotation, then quotation comparison, then accept, reject, then purchase order creation, then goods receipt, then invoice verification, payment. So these all the sequential steps has to be there. I'm just telling one process, like that 35 process we have every module. So then you have to execute, then you have to update purchase requisition number 10012 created, RFQ number 40012 is created, and purchase order is for 450011 is created, GRN 50010 is created, invoice 500012 is created. So you have to update, execute, and update the test scripts. First you have to prepare the test scripts, then you have to execute all the business process in our server, then you have to update all the document number. That is called unit testing. Okay, what is integration testing? So now we have a quality system. In the quality system, we have to do all the integration testing. Okay, integration testing, for example, so there is a manufacturing. They are let's say for HUL, they are manufacturing product, and let's say for there is a consumable product, we know day-to-day consumables. So let's say soap, shampoo, and even for eatable food items and everything. So now let's say there is a customer is demanding. So there are some specific item dealer based they are going to manufacture, or customer space they are going to manufacture. Let's say the sales team, they are going to collect the requirement from customer. Okay, step number one, creating sales order. Step number two, run MRP. Step number three, so they are going to planned order is created. So okay, what is the planned order number? You have to update. Okay, then convert planned order to production order. Step number four. Then purchase requisition also will be created for non-stock where the stock is not available. So what is the purchase requisition number? Then step number five, purchase requisition will be approval. Okay, yes, purchase requisition is approved. Then step number six, purchase requisition will be converted into RFQ, quotation, comparison. Okay, after that purchase order creation. Okay, PO is created. So then there is a PO approval. Yes, PO approval is done based on the higher, based on the value you have designed. Based on the simply you cannot approve, right? So what is the value? Who are all the managers is going to approve? If the person is X is creating, then these are all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has to be approved. Person Y is creating the PO, then again 1, 2, 3, 6 person has to be approved. This is what the design has to be done, right? So then SPO is approved. Then it goes to warehouse clerk. Yes, goods receipt is completed. Then goods issued to production order. So now goods production order is released. Goods issue done. Then production order confirmation, step number 11. So now production order confirmation. Then GRN, goods receipt is done. Settlement is done. So then sales order already they have created. Okay, now they are going to create the outbound delivery with reference to your sales order. So now delivery is created, post goods issue posted, that is step number 13. So then there is an invoice is posted. So then there are receiving the money from vendor, sorry, customer. So simultaneously we have already done the GRN. We are going to do the invoice verification to external vendor. Then there is a payment. So there are 25, 30 process are there. I'm just telling one process. There is a integration testing. So like that, every module, PM and MM and FI, how it is integrating, and SD and MM, what all the integration process. So like that, all the integration process has to be identified. Then we have to write down the test scripts. Then we have to execute with all the cross modules. So here we are not executing only for MM module project or SD module project. So this project is for all the module people will be here, and we have executing all the cross module with all module consultant assistants. Okay, here every module people is required to execute the end-to-end business process. Okay, I'm not creating only purchase order, GR and invoice. I'm creating forecasting planning. Based on the forecasting planning, how that procurement is happening, based on that what is the down payment. After that, they know we are going to do the down payment request, down payment, then PO, GR and invoice, and then recovery, then balance amount if there is any kind of retention. So if there is any kind of withholding tax, if there is any kind of VAT, GST, everything going to be end to end going to be tested. That is called integration testing. Okay, what is user acceptance testing? So user acceptance testing is nothing but end user or business user or super user or manager, right? So they are going to, we are giving the system to them. Boss, system is ready. So now this is your time you have to execute all the process. So before that, as a consultant, we need to prepare the end user training manual document. Okay, what is end user training manual document? So suppose you are a SAP fresher, you join for SAP training. So if I'm not sharing any document, okay, org structure configuration, company code, step number 2, okay, purchase organization, plant, okay, then sales organization, distribution. So if I'm not preparing any document to you, most of the trainers, they are not giving any document directly, they are putting in your SAP. That is different. Okay, if I'm not giving the proper document to you, and without that, whether will you understand what is SAP? So before you are coming into SAP, before you are not seen any screen in SAP. So I didn't given any sample manual document, how to configure org structure, how to configure master data, how to execute purchase requisition, RFQ quotation, purchase order, same thing like how to create the GL master, how to create the vendor master, customer master, bank master, asset master, how to create the invoice, how to create the vendor invoice, customer invoice, how to do the parking posting. If I'm not have the proper document, will you able to post, you can able to execute any business process? No, right? So for that, as a consultant, we need to prepare the end user training manual document. Okay, not a configuration document, right? Because they are a user. So we need to prepare how to create your material master, how to create your purchase requisition, how to create the RFQ, quotation, comparison, accept, reject, right? So then how to create the GR and invoice. So same way, all the module you have to create the user manual documents. Okay, then second, you have to give a training. Boss, today we are going to execute master data. So tomorrow session we are going to execute all the purchase requisition creation process. Next day we are going to plan for all the RFQ process. Next day we are going to plan for all the scheduling agreement, purchase contract process. So like that we have to put the plan. So then we have to give a training also. So the same thing here you will be doing. Okay, the same exposure you will be doing here. You are a consultant, you will put a schedule. So there are 5 days we are planning. So then based on that, you are going to give a training to them. Before that, you are going to prepare the user manual document and everything. So based on that, user acceptance testing will be done. Okay. So now user is ready. Okay, I prepared the user manual document. I have trained to the users. Now they are ready. So before that, we have to prepare the test scripts. Okay, user acceptance testing test scripts has to be prepared. Okay, why the test script is required? The same way user will execute the process. Till now, unit testing is done by individual module consultant. Integration testing has been done by cross module consultant. Like like as I told you, there is a make to order process, or there is any kind of manufacturing, any kind of sales and everything. So we have integrated, we have tested completely starting to end. So now, so we are going to end user has to be tested, right? So first we have to create the roles and everything has to be created. We have to check all the authorization are there. So then we will give the system to end user. Then they are going to execute all the business process. Okay. So now he will say that, okay, I'm creating the purchase requisition. I'm creating the purchase requisition for asset procurement. I'm creating the purchase requisition for stock material procurement, or consignment procurement, or consumable procurement, or service procurement, or framework order procurement. So like that he will create all the things. Then he will say that I couldn't able to create this purchase requisition to this purchase order. System is throwing this is error. Then he will update the remarks. Then as a consultant, you have to rectify. If there is any configuration is missing, then you have to move from development to quality. So then tell them, yes, now it is done. You please do the testing. So like that, everything has to be recorded. Okay, nothing is on the fly. So we have the test scripts for unit testing. Then you have to execute and you have to update simultaneously. Integration testing also with the cross test scripts we have. Then you have to update all the document number has to be approved. So then in user acceptance testing also we have a test scripts. Before that there is a user manual document, there is a training. Then roles and authorization also we need to make sure whether this user is applicable only for PR created. So this user can able to approve the purchase requisition. So this user is only creating the RFQ, quotation, comparison, purchase order, purchase contract. So this user is only going to create the GRN, goods receipt, warehouse clerk, right? So like he's the accountant, he will create only for incoming invoice, right? Vendor based invoice. He is going to park, he is going to post, he need this dashboard report. So this kind of role as a consultant, you should know who need which access, and whether the role has been created in our SAP with the help of basis and security consultant. So whether have you tested whether these roles without have the respective company code, the respective profit center, respective cost center, respective plant. So whether system is allowing to create, whether any authorization is stopping you. These are all our job. Okay. So now, yeah. So once the realization phase, everything is done. So then we will jump into deployment phase. Okay. So what is deployment phase? So this is nothing but your cutover activity. So this is what I have explained. Uploading the master data. Suppose you are a MM module consultant, then you should know how to upload material. There are 50,000 materials will be there. So there are 10 type of material types will be there. So how you are first as a business requirement, how you are going to provide the template to them to collect the data, how you are going to upload, right? So like that, material master, vendor master, purchasing info record, source list, service master, initial stock upload, open purchase order, open purchase contract, open scheduling agreement. So these are all cutover activities. So again, there are two different type of cutover activities, right? One is for mock rehearsal cutover activities. And second one, there is a real production cutover activity. What is mock rehearsal? So now we discussed about, till now we have discussed development system and quality system. So quality system we have done integration testing, development system we have done the unit testing, and user acceptance testing also we have done it in the quality system. But now the cutover activities happen in the pre-production server. Okay, what is difference between production server and pre-production server? Pre-production server is nothing but the copy of your production, nothing but your copy of your production. So only for data migrations we are creating one more client in production system. So why we are creating pre-production? Customer is giving let's say for 50,000 materials is given. Okay, so he given all the data and now you have uploaded. So suddenly they told that, oh boss, I have given some wrong data, you delete it. Is it possible? You uploaded some 5,000 plus invoice. He's telling that 500 invoice is wrong. So to avoid that, first we are going to upload all the data in the pre-production server. If you are a FICO consultant, you have to upload all your first GL master, then vendor master, customer master, and all the asset master, bank master. There are 1,000 plus bank key, bank account key, everything has to be created respective based on the vendor and customer basis. Customer basis we are going to pay, but vendor basis there are 5,000 vendor, they have 1,000 plus bank, internationally they have 1,000 plus banks. So everything has to be created in our SAP system, right? So first the pre-production server we have to upload everything, get the confirmation from the customer. If customer says that yes, so then only we need to upload it into the production server. So that is called production cutover activity. So cutover activity is nothing but the sequential way of uploading your master data and your open items. So in interview they will tell you, in FICO consultant, could you tell me which data you have uploaded in your first? Sir, I have uploaded my invoice, vendor invoice. Oh, is it? So without uploading your GL master, without uploading your vendor master, customer master, you uploaded your invoice, vendor invoice, GL balance and customer balance we have uploaded. So then you will start, they will catch you. Okay, then you are not worked in the implementation project. Tell me whether you really worked or not. So these are all the challenges will happen. You put it, okay, I worked in implementation project. The way they are asking the question, but you didn't really work on the project, they will easily find out, because these are all the way they will ask you. These are all the way, until and otherwise if you are not worked, cannot able to answer. So nobody can able to upload vendor balance, customer balance before uploading the GL master, before uploading the vendor master and customer master. Correct? So the sequential way of uploading, so that is more important. So first, if you are a MM consultant, then you should tell, yes, first I have uploaded material master, then we have uploaded vendor master, then we have uploaded purchase info record, then we have uploaded source list, then we have uploaded service master. So then only you have to talk, then only you have to upload talk about your open items. Yes, we have open purchase contract. So then somebody will say, no, I have uploaded open purchase order, then I have uploaded open purchase contract. This is also wrong, because the open purchase order you have to link which contract this PO is you are going to be creating. So which means your purchase contract should be there first, is applicable for SD also. So then your open purchase order, in this purchase order template you have to link my contract number 6001, item number 10, item number 20, that has to be updated in your template open purchase order, then this has to be uploaded. So the sequential way of uploading master data open items also more important. It's again I'm talking about interview point of view here. Okay, anyway, so next the master data we have discussed here. So MM, what all the master data? MMR, material master, VMR, vendor master, PIR, purchasing info record, service master, open PO, open purchase contract, scheduling agreement, same thing SD, PP, PS, PM, FICO, EWM. So these are all more important if you are working in a greenfield implementation projects. Okay, so next there is a run phase. There is a we are going to talk about go live and support activity. Again the hypercare. They will ask you, tell me what is hypercare? How many months you given the support to your customer? Okay, 1 month, 3 months. Tell me what are the challenges you have faced. So we have again 100 plus questions they will ask you here. So we have prepared every questions, what all the issues you used to face, and how you can able to tell this is question issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How you have rectified solution 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything you have to give a proper answer to them. So then your interview will be successfully. You can clear your technical round interview. Okay. So till now, whatever I have discussed, I'm going to share you some document quickly. So maybe we have hardly another 5-10 minutes we have. So before I'm going to uh, open forum, so let me share some of the sample document for your understanding point of view. Okay. So this is, as I told you, so based on the deliverables, this is what in the PowerPoint presentation we have seen. So we have the deadline from date to date and everything we are going to update, we will share with you. Based on that, you have to deliver your project. Okay. So prepare, explore phase, all the deliverables. So we have more than 21 plus deliverables are there. Every deliverables will be done by you as a consultant here. Okay. So this is one of the first deliverable. Next one, I'm going to discuss about the BPML document. So how to prepare the BPML document, right? So when we are talking about business, how the BPML is looks like, so we are going to identify what are the different type of process, right? So let's say column E, like a stock material procurement, then non-stock material procurement. So then we have a service procurement. So service procurement also there are various types are there with the plant maintenance reference, right? So there are vehicles are there. They want to do some kind of services. So that is called as a maintenance services. And same thing project level, there are some kind of services. There is a project services are there. Even so like that, even cost center level also there are some services. So there are 3-4 types of services are there. And asset procurement, so when they are going to procure the assets, so then we are going to how they are going to procuring the assets. So again the integration testing will happen, the the capitalization, and then there is a retirement. Even the retirement asset, how we can sell to customer, again sales team will come, sales order, delivery invoice. So these are all again integration process. Okay, but here point of view, just how to procure the asset. So prerequisites, your asset master will be created, budget will be maintained by FICO consultant, then you will create the PR approval, PO approval, even RFQ quotation, PO approval, GRN, then invoice, then FI will take care. Okay, but unit testing point of view, our job is not booking the payment, everything, right? Just up to invoice verification, whether successfully we can able to post it or not. So then we are talking about subcontracting process. Again, subcontracting also there are production subcontracting, maintenance subcontracting, project subcontracting, correct? So then there is a stock transport order, intra-company, inter-company, one step, two step. So all the process has to be identified. Then with reference to purchase contract, how to procure the material. So then receiving material or services. So then there are issuing the material to cost center, issuing the material to plant maintenance order, issuing the material to project system, issuing the material to production order. So all the scenarios we are going to be discussed. Okay, reservation, return to vendor, physical inventory. So just I'm telling one of the sample BPML. So it's the same way we need to prepare for all the module. This is one of the BPML document, right? So next, so all the module BPML is there. We don't have much time to explain now. So now there is a fit to standard workshop. So SAP best practices I told you. So for all the modules we have the best practices. So in the fit to standard workshop, so as per the process flow diagram, okay, so we will give you all the SAP best practices to you. Based on that, you have to design the process flow diagram like a purchaser, correct? So purchaser, what are the roles? Is nothing but who create the purchase order. Then purchase manager, what are the role? He's approving the purchase order. Warehouse clerk, he's going to receive the material. Account payable, he's going to. So this is nothing but your SAP best practices. So based on that, we have to prepare the fit to standard workshop. We have to prepare a PowerPoint document for all the 35 BPML process. We have to demonstrating to the customer. Okay, so next, let me jump into rise up gaps objects, right? So this is nothing but what all the forms, what all the the sample rise ups we have added, because we have 150 plus interfaces also. So that is also going to be discussed, like what all the forms, what all the reports, what all the interfaces. So everything has to be, we will be discussed. So how to prepare the functional specification. So once the functional specific, before creating the functional specification, you should know how to link the table. You should know what all the tables are there. In material master, there are 10 plus tables are there. Vendor master, there are 10 plus tables are there. So like that, we will give you the proper training. So what are the table, how you can link the table. So based on that, how you can able to write the functional specifications. Okay. So then I will jump into um, yeah, so then there are forms. For example, as we discussed about like what are the forms, what are the so this layout, how to design the forms. We will teach you. For example, you are creating the sales order, you are creating the delivery. So how the delivery layout should be. So what are the, this is header, this is main window, this is item. So based on that, we have to write the functional specification. So how to so there are so many things, amount in words, how I can able to, you have to give a logic to technical module consultant. Suppose I have, let's say, for 53,823.26, how I can able to make it in amount in words. So whether there is a functional module. So there are so many things are there in technical point of view, will assist you on that. Okay, so these are all the sample layout for all the module. We will teach you how to prepare the form designs, then how to prepare the functional specification. Okay, these two is prerequisite before start developing the forms by above technical consultant. Okay, so next I will jump into functional sample functional specifications. Okay, how to prepare that, then business blueprint. Okay, for in the business blueprint, let me just open how your BBP template should be like this. Okay, so this is the type of templates, I mean the BBP templates. So while you are starting, this is for all the 35 process should be in this format. So you have to explain about the overview of the process, then business requirements, then to be process flow diagram, to be process flow steps. So these are all the to be process steps. Okay, in SAP, every transaction like a creation of purchase requisition, then RFQ, then you know in purchase order, or every screen, every field, you have to explain why this tracking number, why there is account assignment category, why there is item category, what is document type, what is vendor, what is source list, what is the valuation price, what is the status of my PR once it is approved, what is the status of PR when it is converted into RFQ, what is the status of my PR when it's converted into purchase order. So everything you have to explain in the to be process steps. So then we have to check if there is any gaps. So that is what we have discussed, right, in the rise of power. Let's say there are 15 10 gaps. So those 10 gaps, in which process that gaps, so that is also you have to identify, then you have to address in your BBP. So then only customer will agree, okay, you address my gaps, whether it's a gaps might be enhancement or maybe interfaces or maybe any customer reports. So everything has to be addressed here. Then you have to mention the configuration steps, then layout requirements, whatever we have discussed, the form layout that has to be updated here. Then integration with other module. So whether if you are a PM module, then you have to showcase, okay, my PM module is integrated with SD module, step number 1, 2, 3, 4. PM module is integrated with SD module, 1, 2, 3, 4. A PM module integration with the FICO module, these are all the accounting impact. So this account debit, that account is credit during the settlement, during the issue, during the procurement, during the consumption. So everything has to be updated. So then there is a what are the standard report, then security and authorization consideration. So this is nothing but, suppose when you're talking about one process, there are 5 department will be involving, correct? So there is a purchase requisition is one of the department, and the department manager who approve the PR, that is another department, and purchaser who creating the RFQ quotation comparison is another department, and purchase contract will be another department, where purchase manager is fifth one is a purchase manager is another department, then warehouse clerk in a sixth one, warehouse clerk is another department, then warehouse manager is another roles department, then accountant, accounts manager. So like that, you have to mention this transaction, purchase requisition creation, what is the role name, and RFQ quotation comparison, what is the role name, purchase order, and so you have to maintain all the security and roles and authorization also in your BBP. Anyway, so definitely we will get the template, and we will teach you how to design and everything. All right. So then after that, we will jump into KDS. So how your KDS document should be. So before configuration, so we have to prepare the KDS document. So all the module, so we have the KDS document. So just I will share you the sample KDS document. No, we don't have much time. But anyway, all the template will be shared. How to prepare the material type, how to prepare the vendor, even how the org structure, what all the company got, what all the chart of account, what all the controlling area, what all the profit center, cost center. So all the module KDS will be designed before start the configuration. That has to be approved. Okay. So that is called as a KDS. So next we are going to FS KDS. Then this is anyway we will teach you as I already I have told you how to design the table, right? So this is nothing but what all the tables, how to execute the table, just sample assignment. So once you have all the table, how to execute, how to link the table, so this is one of the sample assignment you have to do that. Okay, so storage location, what is the table? So then they have given, okay, purchase organization table. Just for this assignment will be done by you. We will teach you, we will guide you, we will give a training also in this. So then next I will jump into configuration document. Okay, so you guys have to prepare the configuration document also, especially for S4 HANA configuration documents. Okay. So for start from your what all the architecture, master data, every concept from starting to till end, you have to prepare the configuration document. So that is also has to be submitted to the client. That is one of the deliverables again. So then we have UT, SIT, UST test scripts. Everything is there, right? So all the module we have the test scripts as I told you. There is a test script has to be created. Okay, so what are the input data, what are the expected result, what is the actual result for all the APR asset and even bank asset, everything has to be for all the module. You have to prepare the test script, unit testing, integration test scripts, then user acceptance test scripts. Okay, so that is also we have to be prepared. Then roles and authorization. So what is roles and authorization, right? So for example, this is one of the role like a master data, product master. So product master, what are the access has to be provided, right? So for example, there are material master creations, then material list, then there is a service master. So like that, this is one particular department is going to be worked. So this role will be created, then assigned to the respective master data plus analytical labs or any dashboard reports. So that has to be tested. That is what I told you during the UAT. We have to do that. Okay, we have to prepare the roles and authorization for all the module. So that has to be created by basis and security, then that need to be tested by consultant. So then only the UAT will be working on that. Okay, so these roles and authorization for all the module, for all the department wise you have to create. Maybe one department more than one people, 5 people, 10 people, doesn't matter. So they will assign this role to the respective department of the users. Okay, so still I can able to explain. But we have time constraints. So now directly I will come to the questions. Maybe if you have any questions, please ask me now. Yeah.
Hi, this side Abhishek here. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Now the thing is that how many days course it is?
Course, yeah, this is 45 days time. So commercial anything, I think you can connect with them. So whoever is communicated. So now the project point of view, if you have any questions, you can please ask me.
Okay. Now the thing is that you have as you have discussed that it's
Yeah,
30 to
other,
45 process are there, right?
yeah,
Hello.
sorry, yeah, there is some background noise. Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, as you have said, there is a 30 to 45 process up there, right? So are you going to this is all in project phase, all the scenarios and all that?
See, that is what. See, once the scope, based on the scope document, whatever the ASIS document we are receiving, so based on the document, you have to identify. So that is called as
Okay.
a
Okay.
BPML. Okay, that is what I have shown you how to design the BPML. So based on the module, some module
Mhm.
have 30 process, SD module have 25, FI module have 40 process.
Mhm.
So based on the scope document. So based on the
Okay.
BPML the scope only, we are going to address number of process, that is called as a BPML, business process master list. So after
Hmm.
the BPML, we are going to design the BBP, we are going to design the test scripts, we are going to do the UT, SIT, UIT, everything is going to design based on the BPML number of process.
Means all the things we need to design. All you do, you just guide us, right?
Yeah, yeah. See, because how you can do
Yes.
that? So
Yeah. Yes.
you are
Yes. That
driving a
obviously
bike.
that.
You are driving a bicycle. We will be behind you. Okay, we will not leave you.
Yeah. 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 And for that interview you have given so much of example that also in the time of interview they will ask you this
That's
and
all. We
that,
will give you
so
the
everything.
yes, yes. So especially for interview, there are 3 to 4 set of interview questions. Okay, one is for BPML related interview questions. You have 40
Okay.
process. So this 40 process,
Yeah.
if the interviewer is asking how we can able to, how the configuration works, how the accounting document, how the, interconnecting. So this is one type of, interview questions. Second one, project related interview questions. That is what I have discussed about, like tell me the cutover activity, what all the master data you have
Yes.
uploaded.
Yes.
So these are all the questions will be there, 100 plus questions will be there. So that is another.
Then you have said the sequence, in what sequence the master data
Exactly.
will
So
be
tell me,
uploaded.
okay, then they will ask you blueprint. Tell me how the, you tell me how, how you have designed the blueprint, what are the process and what are the gaps. So like that, so many questions they will ask you regarding the project point of view. So we will prepare the questions and we will give you the way of answers, step by step answer and everything. So that is really will helpful for you, easily tackle the interviewers and you can easily clear the technical round interview questions.
Then functional specification that you will show.
Yeah, that
Right.
and all deliverables. That
in the
and all
project.
deliverables. Actually, you
Deliverable.
know how to design the first. You should know what are the tables in your module, how the tables are linking master data to another
Yeah,
transaction
linking,
data,
right,
like
right.
that. So then, how to write the FS? How this based on that, then this goes to technical module consultant. They are going to design. Then you are going to do the testing and everything. So that kind of exposure will be practically you are going to deliver it here.
Yeah, obviously it needed
Yes, yes.
very much.
Okay, so
I have one.
Okay.
I have one
Thank you.
question. Like we can provide like a production server as well as development server, or
see, but here actually, I'm
in this.
talking about the real time actually development 3 client, quality 2 client, production 2 client. So those many clients, those many server we cannot here, but we will provide only one server here. Okay, so there only we are going to work on that. So we are not going to give you those many
Development
clients.
server.
Yeah, so we are going to give you the development server, and here we are going to do configurations and everything will be done in the one server only. But real time, I'm just telling the interviewer they are asking, tell me the landscape. Okay, that point of view I'm just explained you. Then you have to answer yes, there is a, I have worked in development server. There are 3 different clients. One is for gold and above development, then gold and functional development, then there is a testing clients in development server. So then there is a separate session is there, so to understand, because how you are moving the transport request from within the client, how they're moving the transport requirement from one box to another box, like a development to quality, development to production. So these are all, there are so many questions they will ask you that we have a separate session. So we will guide. Okay, so anybody have any questions? We have 5 minutes
Hello.
more. Yeah.
What about the fee structure?
Fee structure, please
Yeah,
ask
hello.
that people who communicated to you. If you have any numbers, they have texted, I guess, because I am not the right person. Just
Hello.
connect.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Dhanush. Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Dhanush. I have experience of around 1 or 2 years in SAP, right?
Okay.
So in implementation process, where I will be placed? I mean, based on my experience, right? I mean, we will be placed, or
See, I'm not.
this is the question.
I didn't say I will place you anywhere. I will make
No,
you
no,
to.
just as per.
I will make you to run. That's it. I will make you to run, and I will make you instead of yeah. See this
Oh, I
project,
see.
the output of this project, you will, as a consultant, what the consultant, the 3 years, 4 years IBM consultant they are delivering, that exposure I'm going to give it to you. That's it, my job. So after that, you are
Okay.
going
No,
to
no.
prepare your CV and attending the interview. Yes, we are going to help you for the technical way of everything. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
My question is in real-time scenario. I
Yeah,
mean, if suppose I have an experience of 1 or 2 years,
yeah.
so
Which module you belongs
suppose
to?
I
Which module you belongs to?
MM.
Yeah. Okay.
So implementation process, I mean, which step, I mean, a 2 years experience guy will be placed, like, as you
See,
said, you have to design the forms, the right set and
see,
all that stuff.
implementation
So,
project, you should take any kind of portion. You should be ready, whether it is a
okay.
BBP phase or whether it is a configuration phase or whether it is a preparing the FS phase or whether it is a testing phase or a cutover activity or end user training, everything. See here, it's not splitted. So a whole exposure we are going to give it to you. Maybe upcoming, which where suppose you are working in TCS, they are going to put it in only for testing, that will happen, or maybe only for preparing FS, that is also will happen. But we are going to give you the whole exposure in the projects.
Fine. That's really good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Hello. And the course duration, Dhanush?
This is 45 days time. 45 days.
Daily 1 hour.
Yeah, daily 1 hour plus other time also people are there. Internal team is there 9:30 to 5:30. They will connect with you. Other time also, if you can also connect with them. Any challenges, document deliverables, configurations, functional specifications, cutover, anything they will assist you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. One question. So will you give exposure to the third-party tools like Jira and ITSM?
See, here the interfaces we are connecting because those are also licensed software, right? So we cannot able to showcase here, but interfaces, all the third-party related interfaces, everything we are going to be show. I told you there are more than 150 plus interfaces. So for every module, so that is required. See, Jira and all, how to raise the ticket, how to attach the screenshot, in process. That is why is required training. That you can see in YouTube. So you can how that Jira ticket they are assigned to you, how you are going to reply, and how you are going to you assign to someone, or you that anyone can do, right? Everything is there in the recordable in the YouTube videos. So you should know how to create the functional specific, how you are as I told you, there are 10 plus systems are there. SAP is one of the system. How you are going to connect those system, how you are going to design the FS, what are the interfaces, how the master data you are going to replicate to. So this point of view is yes, is required. But other tools,
Hello.
yes.
Hello, sir. My question is to the SAP PS is not much in demand rather than MM. So why this
See,
is?
it's not like that, boss. It's not like that. Okay, any module SAP we have a demand, but how much knowledge you have, that is the matter here. Okay, even PM, PS, PP, we have a demand.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, sir. And sir,
Sir, I
my
have
question
one
is
question.
also, sir, 1 minute, sir, please.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is to also, when we saw the like 4 years, 3 years experience, then the joining company is not
So that we
verify
will,
my
yeah. See,
experience.
that experience we will discuss separately. Okay. So you
Okay.
connect. You got my number from someone. You contact me. I will guide you. Okay. So not here. Yeah.
Please share in your chat box, sir.
You just text with the whatever number they shared. You tell my name and ask my number. They will. Hmm?
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Anybody?
Sir,
We
I
have.
have some question.
Yeah. Please.
And
Yes,
sir,
yes,
one,
yes,
one
yes,
last
yes.
question,
Sir,
sir.
you are
One last question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have experience in the project management, but this is the my field work like when manpower like and using the in field work, but not in the SAP system. I have only configuration part testing uh, area work in the SAP PS. So
That is
then
sufficient.
I
That is sufficient. Only that's what I'm telling. The prerequisite, you should know the basic configuration. That's it. Rest of the things we will guide you. In the project, we are here for that purpose only, right? We will assist you for all the 21 plus deliverables.
Sir,
We'll guide you. Yes.
sir, what's your name?
Dhanush, Dhanush.
Dhanush. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
and for
Hello.
implementation
I
project
have,
also work
so you are going to
for
real
the rollout project or all type
real
Hello.
time
Hello.
projects, na?
Sorry. Yes, cross
Hello.
all
talking.
type project work
Suraj here,
we
sir.
support.
Yeah, Suraj.
Sir, you are giving this is a real time projects, na? On dummy server
Whatever.
only.
Yeah. So whatever I have explained, this project is.
I mean, there is no institute. I think that doesn't provide quality and like we have work on this client server development client. So you are providing us training on this dummy server, na?
See, actually, we provide
Hello.
the, yeah, see, client server cannot provide to you, right? So we have our own server. The whatever the client business
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
requirements, we are going to
I
configure
know.
it
I
in our
know. I
server.
know.
Yes, yes. So we cannot provide the
Hmm.
client server directly, even
Yeah, I
most,
need.
yes, yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. I know that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
But I need total exposures from real time scenarios.
See, here what your expectation, what you should
Hello.
expect is, so you should know how many process I can execute, how many forms, how many reports, how many interfaces,
Yeah.
how many enhancement, how many custom, developments. So this is what, we need to learn here. Okay, so learning
Yes. Yes.
ITMS,
Means theoretical plus practical.
yeah, exactly. They're theoretical, but I told you SAP practical in the sense like connecting with other system. as I told you, there are so many 10 plus different systems are there. Third party logistics, and there is a kind of COPA system like invoice booking. They are facts, directly they are going to scan the
This is
system and
available with
everything.
you?
Yeah, so these are all,
Yes.
yeah,
These
these are,
systems are available with you?
yeah, these systems available means we are going to design the FS actually here. Okay, so how we are going to
Yes, yes.
connect this
Or
system.
also I need configure part
Yeah, configure part,
as an
and
PP
yes, this,
consultant.
yeah, this interface also, how PP
As
module
an
is, yeah, the third party logistics is connecting with SAP PP, and what all the system you are replicating. Once the production order is created, whether it is replicating to the 3PL system or not. So
yes,
these
yes.
are all the area you need to improve it. Yeah, that is what is more important in the project. Yes.
Yes, I need to total means configuration part also. This real time projects part
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
need.
yes, 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 yes. We do, yes. Okay. So team,
Means
thank you so
as
much.
I had work as a support consultant.
See, that's what I explained. All the deliverables will be done by you in the project. Nothing is documented here. Nothing is documentation here. Okay. So everything will be
Yes, yes,
delivered by
yes.
you here. So, don't worry about that, whether I will do the blueprint or whether I will do the configuration, whether I will do the unit testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing, test script preparation, executing the process, preparation of all the 10 plus,
So
15 plus,
yes, sir.
everything you are going to do it here. Nothing is,
I got
copy paste document. No.
yes,
So
yes,
everything you are going to deliver. We are here, the team
yes.
and
I
everything.
had gone through much interview, sir.
Hmm.
I had gone through much more interviews, but interviewers asked me for a real-time project. Had you worked on any one end-to-end implementation?
Yeah,
That's why I'm joining this.
exactly.
So
See, that is what
that
the
is
very
a part
beginning.
of our career point.
That is what very beginning I
Sir,
told you. Yeah. So this is what you updated your profile as a
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
consultant. Yeah. The implementation project. Yes.
Ha.
Yeah. So the whatever the
so
deliverables.
all
It's
sir,
a necessary.
Definitely, definitely. So see, once you
yeah,
completed this project, you noting down your knowledge level now. After completion of the 45 days time, you
Ha.
noting down your knowledge level. Maybe now you are into 3 out of 10. Maybe after the completion of project, it will be 8, 8.5.
So,
Yes.
so, so,
sir,
sir, what
all
is the
record.
time required for this real time also configuration level as an PP consultant? It's
No, that's
another
what
part I know
that's what
configuration,
no, we
but
that's what I
I
told. We have a team. We will support you wherever you are stuck up. Okay, suppose there
yeah,
is a
yeah,
make to order, there is a
yes,
sales
yes.
order reference. You want to
Means
run the MRP.
in short, I need total expertise in SAP PP.
Yeah, yeah, we do. Okay, so for all the module, we will support you. Don't worry
Okay,
about
sir.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
is there
I will contact with Jaya ma'am.
recordings available for all sessions?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So see, once you join, they will create the groups for there is a
Yeah.
WhatsApp groups is there. Then they will have there is a share folder access. They will share with you. So they will record put
Okay.
all whatever document I have shared. Everything they have, they will create module specific. What is the BPML? What is the scope document? What is the BVP? All the UT, SAT, UAT roles and authorization, functional specification, template, form template, and everything. Cutover activities, master data template. Everything they will keep it in a separate folder. They will give all the data, give a training, make them you to prepare and deliver it. Okay, so don't worry about that. Everything will be
Yes,
provided
yes.
in the share folder access. Yes.
As you told, I had work on roles and authorization project
See,
as an PPPM QM.
that is part of your implementation project, right?
Yes, yes, it's part. Yes, yes, it's a meanwhile part.
Yeah, it's one of the deliverable. Yes.
Yes, yes, it's meanwhile part.
Okay. Okay,
So
team.
I will
So
contact
thank
with
you so
Jaya
much.
ma'am.
Thank
And
you so much. Thank you so much for joining this weekend demo session.
okay,
So please connect with the respective team, whoever is
okay,
really
okay.
interested. So they have morning and evening. So there
Yes,
are
Yeah.
sir.
two
Yes, sir.
batches they are executing. Please
Hello,
connect with them. So I'll be there.
hello,
And yeah, your career guidelines, anything you can contact me. Don't worry about that. We are here to help you to get into
Hello, hello,
good
Dhanush,
well. Yes.
hello.
Dhanush,
Sir,
thank
my
you.
question is hello,
Yeah. Thank you.
hello,
Yeah.
Thank you.
hello.
thank you, sir. Thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhanush. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hello.